Hi everyone, it's Kathleen. We are here today to have a look at this journal I created. I've created two that are extremely similar that will be listed in my Etsy shop. They are in there as we speak, Kathleen's journals, and they are made from the June subscription box from Your Creative Studio. I've made one for Lisa and I made one for myself, so there's four I made out of this subscription box. So this journal is tied with a hand-stitched wrap made with vintage fabrics, laces, trims, tapestry yarns, and pearl cottons. And I've left the inside with the stitches showing because that's just what I like to do. And it's all ruched and hand-stitched, put together to create a beautiful wrap. It's not attached, so this is what it looks like. And it'll go on the outside. So let's have a look inside and see what we have. My journal is made with, I believe this is 45 and Market scrapbook paper, and it is glued onto a heavy brownish file folder. Machine stitched all the way around, book cloth, tapestry, hooking fabric, I guess it is, on the outside. That's glued and machine stitched. 3-hole pamphlet stitched, tied with twine on the outside. And there are, I believe I counted 70 pages, so 70 writing sides. So 1 and 2, 3, and so forth. So on the inside, I like my journals to have irregular pages with different things and stuff sticking out of the sides. Coffee dyed, old laces, trims, sari silk, lace, tulle to create my various snippets. We have a Braille collage paper with piano roll paper and the collaged napkin, or it's not really a napkin, it was tissue paper from the subscription box, craft packing tape, and you can see the back of this Braille paper and the torn tissue tape. I'm looking for a tag, so let me just grab this one, sorry. Okay, this is a pocket that sits up like this. So we have a pocket there. Love how that Braille paper looks with the piano roll paper and the collage tissue paper from the Your Creative Studio box. So I tried to use all the paper and these floral embellishments from the subscription box. Vintage piano paper, always on an angle or askew to give variety, and the floral piece is straddled on the side. I just love how it adds interest. It carries the same colors across the page. Then we have ivory paper that I have put vintage ledger paper on one side and very, very old music paper folded up to make a pocket. And these are one of the sheets from the subscription box, and it looks like a torn letter. I left it blank because I just love the way it looks, and it's quite thin, and this is very old. You can see how it's caramelized naturally. Nothing has been done to it. It's just done naturally, and I just slip that journaling piece of paper in there. Handmade snippet that is stitched on the sewing machine and then glued onto the page. Beautiful sticker from the sticker box, from the subscription box. Vintage ledger, very old, maybe Swedish book page. Love that font. It's caramelized naturally. Another collage made with the old caramelized book page and part of the subscription box floral. This is craft paper bag, which I love to use torn pieces of in my journals. So a torn paper bag, an old book page pocket, room in here to insert something. It's a pocket. And beautiful postage stamp sticker from this, and it's all from the subscription box. This is a piece of file folder that I have edged punched, and part of this paper, again from the subscription box, vintage ledger, and 2 stickers from the subscription box. This is part of a UK road map, quite sturdy, and I have on one side is the words for the road map and dictionary page, and I have folded the edge over. It's a little tuck in here. This is a little tuck, and used the washi tape from the subscription box. Beautiful pieces of coffee dyed old cotton and tulle, creating a long snippet along the edge. Handmade paper, and I've straddled some craft colored packing tape, beautiful floral image on one side, and a vintage sticker on the other side from the subscription box. And I love how you can just see different pages as you flip through. Very old 200-year-old book page, and coffee dyed parchment paper, various layers of snippets, machine sewn on a strip, cut down like a snippet roll, cut down to create snippets, and part of the Your Creative Studio packing, the wrap that she uses. Love to use that in my journals. And vintage piano music, folded back, glued, and then taped over with that wonderful craft packing tape. Old book page, and part of the papers from the subscription box made into a tuck. Coffee dyed paper, straddled piece of craft tape and washi tape on both sides. Again, love how it's askew. Vintage ledger, collaged with the papers from the subscription box, and beautiful coffee dyed sari on top of vintage laces, trims, and tulle. That's machine stitched in a snippet roll and trimmed for an individual snippet in the journal. Back page of the vintage ledger. Beautiful sticker from the subscription box. Love this shape of paper. I tend to use it all the time. I just absolutely cannot get enough of it. Craft paper bag, torn part of collage with the paper and the floral tissue stamp, collage with craft paper, ivory paper, papers from the subscription box, stickers, and cardstock cutouts from the subscription box, lined ivory paper with a beautiful piece of those papers from the subscription box that looks like handwritten letters, washi tape, more paper, stickers from the subscription box, beautiful Bible image, Bible wording, and the back half is covered up with ivory colored paper, collaged with ledger, old vintage ledger, torn strips, folded back on itself, machine stitched, beautiful snippet roll that has been trimmed to size. Love the coffee dyeing on the crocheted bits, lace trims, and book cloth. Another one of these loose handwritten letter pages that are digitals from the subscription box. And I like including them on an angle, so again, they add interest to your books. Very old scrapbooking paper. It almost feels like flannel. It's beautifully soft. It's a long piece that I have folded from the subscription box, some of that packing tape, collage work with the tissue and the stickers, snippet roll cut down to fit the length of the page, 3-hole pamphlet stitch, twine in the middle, straddling a bit of the tissue, collage with the stickers and the cardstock flowers, back half of the letter piece, back half of the ivory paper, collaged vintage ledger, collage snippet roll, sewn and glued down. Back half of the Bible page, and this is a vellum sheet. There's one vellum sheet in the subscription box, a cardstock sheet, and 2 paper pieces that all have the same design on it. So I've inserted one in each journal. Back half of the lined ivory paper with a floral collage. That beautiful handwritten letter I've glued down to the page, attached washi. Back half of the craft paper with ivory, collaging with book page stickers and more washi. Beautiful vintage book. Another vintage book piece, I believe, is straddled over the side like this. Sticker, vintage ledger, snippet roll piece. Love how the coffee dyeing took on all those fabrics and trims. Beautiful floral image from the subscription box. A little tip-in. One of those letters straddled on the edge on the ivory piece of paper. Some of the printed papers that from the subscription box that I have torn and glued to the page and attached a sticker. Vintage book page with a piece of the printed paper from the subscription box, and then the paper folded down for a little tuck. Beautiful piano roll paper, craft tape along straddling the bottom to give it interest. The long piano page, sheet music folded back and forth, stitched with a sewing machine, then part of the snippet roll attached to the edge. Beautiful packaging from your creative studio, sewn onto the patterned thicker paper, and also layered paper, vintage 200-year-old book page, double stitched all the way around on the sewing machine, and some of this very thin typewriter paper that has been coffee dyed and glued onto the page. Handmade paper, collaged with the floral, the craft packing tape, straddling the page. I just love how you see all these different layers in this book. Dictionary page, beautiful sticker and snippet roll piece. Backed onto the UK road directory. Paper bag, and I have stitched on this collaged piece of paper, ivory paper from the subscription box, and a sticker, as well as vintage ledger page and a sticker. Vintage ledger, very old book page. Love the colors when they're naturally aged. Again, naturally aged book page on the ivory here. Bring the, okay, this is all of a ledger sheet. This is ivory paper, and I carry over the ledger sheet so you have flowing and continuity in your eye. They blend and come over across the page. Floral sticker. Very old brown caramelized sheet music, and it is one of those beautiful letter pages that are just folded. Very thin paper for you to journal on the back. And tucked inside this pocket. And back half of the sheet music. I like the sheet music, how it carries across the page. Floral sticker, craft packing tape, postage sticker, and the back half of the wallpaper. This is a paintable wallpaper that looks like dry embossed paper. I've straddled the letter from the subscription box across the side and backed the wallpaper with some craft packing paper. Beautiful part of the snippet roll, stitched and then glued on. Packing tape attaching this wallpaper to that first page, which is the Braille paper. And we have the back of the file folder, and my cover is sewn all the way around on 3 sides, and this 4th side in the back is a large tuck pocket that you can stick something. Oh, where does it go to? It goes all the way to the center, all the way across here, because the 1, 2, 3 lines are stitched individually before I closed it and sandwiched the 3 edges all the way around. So there you have this wonderful journal that can be used, and you can reuse this wrap. And 2 of them are listed in my Etsy shop. The link for my Etsy shop is in the description box. If you click on that V button, it'll take you there. My shop is Kathleen's Journals in Etsy, and there are 2 of them available. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and I'm going to finish sewing, hand stitching on mine and Lisa's hand stitched wrap, and the next video you will be seeing, more than likely, will be me going back to work on my turquoise aqua practice sampler piece for stitching. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Bye for now.